Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Effective Living YouTube channel. Listen, guys, every day, Monday to Friday, we're joined with some of the best people on the planet talking about how do we take control of our lives and bring ourselves to a place where we're finding ourselves getting better with age. Really, that's what the goal is all about. It's about becoming the person that you're capable of becoming. Maybe you have not been that person before, but guess what? The mere fact that you're watching us today, you're able to make some adjustments that can improve your life for the better. I'm Coach Ricardo Miller, and I'm asking you to subscribe to this channel. I have a good friend and a brother, a great man of God, a father, a husband, a friend, a leader of leaders. He's a pastor. I'm here today, joined with Pastor Leonardo A. Allen Jr. How are you doing, my brother?
Well, I am doing well. Hello, everyone. I'm doing well. Thank God to be alive.
Listen, man, I'm going to say Pastor Allen. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, Pastor, how is the weather there in the Bahamas? I know you're not only a man from Nassau, but you got roots in the islands. And so tell us about yourself a little bit about your position and how you function between Nassau and the island to which you love. I love your island too, man. And so we're going to talk about me getting on that island with you. I saw you showing pictures and all that good stuff. But tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into our talk this morning.
Well, I was born in New Providence. I spent the first years of my life in Spring City, Abaco. Later, I was moved to Low Sound, North Andros, my formative years.
Yep.
I graduated from the North Andros High School in 1995, and in 1996, I moved to New Providence.
Okay.
I've served in the Royal Bahamas Defense Force for 10 years and 2 months before embarking on a new journey. I'm married to Delarice Allen, and together we have 4 daughters. I am a certified John C. Maxwell coach, trainer, speaker since 2019 to present. I'm the author of the book A Man's Purpose in Life, which Coach Ricardo, you wrote the foreword for me for
Yep.
my book.
Yep.
I've served as a lead pastor in Andros for 4 years before transitioning back to Nassau, Bahamas, and I am presently employed with the Bahamas government.
Nice. Listen, man, it is so good to have you. We met a few years ago, and I'm so gracious, so blessed, and so uh, I felt overwhelmed and joyous to have when I met you to be able to fellowship with you because you're an entrepreneur as well, and we spoke and connected
Yeah.
instantly. And the program that I had that I was doing with children, you became a strong supporter of. And then you told me about this book. I was like, come on now. And so you produced your book. Man, what motivates you? You became a John C. Maxwell certified coach and speaker. You and your wife, you both are on this journey of becoming
Yes,
better
all of
and,
us.
and adding tremendous value to humanity. What motivates you guys to stay in the game with providing value to humanity? What motivates you to keep moving forward?
What motivates us is to add value to others. You know, we recognize that both of us came from a background where we had some challenges. And there are a lot of people out there who have challenges, and we want to change the dynamics of the way people think. You know, the Bible says to don't be conformed to the pattern or the things, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And every day we can add value to someone on our life journey. That's what we want to do, and that's our motivating factor.
Man, listen, you talked about you were in Abaco. You graduated out of Andros. I love Andros, so you know. Andros was one of the first islands I spoke to years ago. I went to Andros and I spoke at a high school. I rented a car and I got the car from the airport. Didn't know anybody. Pastor Allen. I just knew that I wanted to
Uh-huh.
speak at a school, and so I contacted the school from Nassau, said I was coming, and they said they'll have me to speak. I flew into Andros and got the rental car, went to speak, got something to eat, and went back to Nassau. And behold, there was the ministry guy. I was birthed. Ministry was birthed for me, and Andros. I got to go back to Andros. When how you? Hey, so tell us a little bit about your coaching experience and leadership experience up to this point. What have you found yourself uh, falling in love with the most about leadership and coaching and so forth?
Connecting with people. A lot of times you see a group of individuals, and you once you get into it with these individuals, you will recognize that there are things that you can learn as well. So it's the mere fact of connecting with people. I just love to connect with people. They pull out the best in you, because
Yeah,
sometimes you have some areas in your life that needs to be challenged, and
yeah.
because you are now leading these people, it's helping to pull out the best that is in you by helping them. So that motivating factor is really to add value to as many persons that I can add value to.
That is so good, man. You're a man of faith. People look at you today, you and your wife, and you all enjoying flying back and forth from Andros. You all got it going on, right? Uh, have there been challenges in your life? Talk about the journey. I mean, share your story a little bit, because some people think you might be the brother with the golden spoon in your mouth. You know what I mean? Always had it made, was on the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, lived in Abaco, beautiful Abaco, lived in Andros for a while. But tell us a little bit about your testimony and how you became a man of faith and trusting God at the degree that you're at.
Well, it wasn't easy. Growing up in Andros, I was exposed to what a humble life, as well as I was exposed to the elements of life.
Yeah.
That is the engaging in smoking, engaging in drinking.
Yeah.
At one point, I started to
That's marijuana.
engage
You
in
smoke
in
marijuana?
the
I
yes,
gotta
sir.
ask.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that I want to know
I
about
had
the
a little bit of that.
cigarettes?
I had a little bit of cigarettes, cigars. Yeah, I engaged in those things, and it wasn't an easy journey for me. And at the age of 15 years old, I had the opportunity of accepting Jesus Christ. But for many years, I fought with some of the things that most young men fight with, and that's identifying your purpose, coming into the true identity you are.
Yep.
And, because of not knowing who I was in the environment that I came up in, it deterred me. And
Okay.
for until I was about, this went on until I was about 34 years old, when I started to now be transformed by the renewal of my mind, and realizing that life is more than doing the negative things. And I wanted to be more impactful. I wanted to be more positive, and I wanted to help people, because I realized that if I stay in the environment that I was in, then what will happen is the environment won't come out of me. So some years later, I decided that I would come out of the environment
Yeah.
that I was in, and coming around persons of like mind and passion that helped to mold me and shape me and push me out there to do what I'm doing today.
I noticed that Our Lady Delarice Allen, she's been a significant player in this journey of yours. Since I've met you as a brother, it appears that she ain't never too far behind. She looks and seems to be a huge positive contributor to your life. Talk to us about you all two walking together in your faith journey as a family.
Well, my wife, she's an amazing woman, and I thank God for her. Every day, I am grateful for the support I get from her, because a lot of times you are in ministry, And like you said, people see you doing this and they don't understand. But the motivating factor behind it also is the fact that I have someone who is there, who is always supporting me. She's very instrumental in a lot of things that I do. She challenged me to go above and beyond. And, you know, the Bible tells us about that having that help meet. And
Yeah.
she is the help meet. And she is that Proverbs 31 woman. She's always behind the scenes. Sometimes it looked like, oh man, he's doing it and he's going. But hey, I have someone who is right there with me and supported me and helping to push and motivate me. And you know, one of the amazing things is, Ricardo, Coach Ricardo, is that, you know, some years ago, before she and I even get to this point, we were really good friends. We had no interest in each other. She definitely had no interest in me. I had none in her. But you know, God is just so amazing. He brought us together, and now we are impacting lives all across the world. So you know, I thank God for her. She's my motivating factor.
Yeah.
She's my lover. She's my friend. She's my confidant. She's my business partner. She's everything, man. You know, you see me doing things, but hey, a lot of times she keeps the fire on me, man. She keeps the fire on me.
Good stuff, man. Thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna have to have a session with both of y'all on one of these times, and talking about the journey together, because you guys look great together. I've seen y'all work out together. I've seen y'all do ministry together. I've seen y'all do business together. You raise your family together. And what I see is that apparently y'all are enjoying the journey. And so that's a
Definitely, we
blessing.
are.
That's a blessing.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, you know, looking back over your life and realizing, boy, I've had some experiences, and give me an example of, boy, a life lesson mistake that, whew, I wish I knew better. That was a hard blow that I thought would take me out, but it didn't take me out. But it was a strong life lesson. What would it be?
Well, for me, an example is when I closed my business down prematurely in 2015,
Uh-huh.
due to some of the challenges I faced. You
Yep.
know, I thought it was necessary to cease operating.
Yep.
What I've learned from it was nothing in life just falls in your lap.
Yep.
You know, you have to work hard and be willing to endure if you desire to be successful.
Yeah.
Also, get advice from persons who can coach you through some of the challenges and through the difficult times of even business life, whatever it may be. Ministry, you just get somebody who can give you advice through those difficult times. And I didn't realize until now, how important a coach mentor really is. And at that time, I didn't have anyone that I can
Yep.
actually speak with
Yep.
before I made that move.
Yep.
So it's really the fact that I closed down my business prematurely in 2015.
Yeah. I remember your business. I would come in there frequently whenever I came on the island. That's how I met you, actually.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
right.
But thanks,
You were a
thanks,
great supporter. You were a great support.
man. No, you're welcome. You were doing phenomenal. You mentioned something, and a lot of people don't get this, and that is the need for counsel and good advisors in your life, especially at those destiny junction. Destiny junction is the junction to start a business, to close a business, to get married, to not get married, to start a church, or to take on a pastoral role, or for you guys, it was had to be a big decision to make a commitment to lead a church in Andros and live in New Providence. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was really difficult. You know, I'm a part of the umbrella churches of the Church of God, and you know, I was appointed to that position from 2017. And you know, the road was a difficult one. It was challenging, but through the process of it, we have learned a lot of valuable lessons that I know that it's going to be help us to be much more effective in our leadership in helping other people to come to their full potential and purpose in life, helping them to identify their purpose. It was challenging, but hey, God kept us through it all.
And he is a
Yeah,
keeper. He is a keeper. If you're watching us
always.
today, I'm joined with Pastor Leonardo Allen in the Bahamas. This brother is a leader of leaders. He's a pastor. He loves his wife. He loves his children. And he loves helping people. Today, Pastor Allen, in your view, what are 5 practical things for those that are watching that need to learn how to continue to hold the faith and keep pressing on in spite of all that's going on? What would you say is 5 things that stands out to you that you would say to anyone watching? Grab a hold of these 5 things and you could pretty much endure anything.
Oh, Ricardo, Coach Ricardo, living your faith is as simple as having a positive attitude. It is important to have a positive attitude. That's very important. Having a positive attitude every day, we out of our bed. We choose to begin a positive day, or we find everything to worry about.
Yeah.
And one like me, I really don't have too much things to worry about. I don't like to worry about things because I know it takes away from your life.
Yeah.
One of the first things I would say is trust in God is everything. Trust in God is everything. Be sure to pray every day, no matter what is going on around you or what may happen to you. Your process or your season of discomfort, challenges, and loss will come to an end.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
seasons come to an end.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Celebrate small wins.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that I do. I celebrate small wins. I appreciate the little things
Yeah.
I accomplish and the little things that I achieve.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage persons, don't put pressure on yourself because it appears things are not going in your favor. The world is a circle, and one day it will spin in your direction.
Come on.
The next thing is to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
These are the things that I do, Pastor Ricardo, Coach
Yeah.
Ricardo. Stay in your lane. Always
Yeah.
remember, all right, to run your own race.
Yeah.
The race is not for the swift, but
Yeah.
for you who endure to the end.
Yeah.
One of the things I realize is a lot of times we tend to or compete. And
Yeah.
I want to say stop comparing or competing with others
Come
and
on.
work on maximizing your own potential.
Yeah.
So stay in your lane, invest in yourself. That was
Yes.
one of the greatest things for me. I began to invest. I didn't realize how valuable I was until I started to invest in myself. I
Come
was
on.
invested in everybody else, but I wasn't
Yeah.
invested in me.
Good.
All right.
Wow.
Have a plan for personal growth and development. Do
Yeah.
some empowerment courses, seminars, workshops, or go to school. If that's your desire, go back to school.
Yeah.
This will help you to transform your mind. Sometimes we adopt some attributes that takes us off course from the direction God has for us to go. So it is vital to transform the mind. And the last thing I would say, Coach Ricardo, is use your gift.
Yeah.
The Bible says your gift will make room for you and bring you before great people. Use your gift. As you
Yeah.
see, Pastor Ricardo is doing, Coach Ricardo, you have so much different names, but Coach Ricardo is doing, he's using his gift. Your gift, using your gift also help to motivate me to doing what I'm doing. Because like you talk about, coming to the store, when I had my business, you would come in there and you was a motivating factor. We would have engaging conversations
Yeah.
that help to challenge my mind. And I want to say to you, Coach, I appreciate that. I appreciate to see everything that you're doing. A lot of times you pull me in. You had seminars here at the Diplomat Center at the Dr. Miles Monroe, the Diplomat Center, and you would call me and help me to be a part of what you're doing. And all of those things help me because you use your gift to help me to where I am today. So use your gift because your gift will make room for you. Our manufacturer
Yeah.
has blessed each of us with unique gifts and talents. Sometimes you might not even realize, Coach Ricardo, you have those gifts, but
Yeah,
it will be good to share with
yeah.
others to help add value to them. And they are the
Mm.
5 things that I use as that examples to help me.
Brother, those are so loaded. You can write a book on those 5 things. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined with Pastor Leonardo Allen out of the Bahamas. I love this brother. I love his passion and commitment to just helping humanity. And he's always good energy, always a positive connection to uh, meet with at any given moment. And so I appreciate it. This is really good. Let's talk about this. Growing up and looking at your life now, you made a commitment. I heard you say stay in your lane. A lot of people they struggle with that, staying in their lane. There are a lot of people who
Yes.
struggle with utilizing their gift. They look at other people and they admire other people's gifts, not realizing they have something to offer as well. But looking back at your life, what would you say to your 16-year-old self? Talk to your 16-year-old self. And for those of you that are watching, you have a mother that's watching who has a son who's 16, 15, 17. This brother has experience. He talked about smoking marijuana, cigarette, drinking alcohol. He was not always the pastor Allen. Come on. The pastor's appreciation day, Pastor Allen. Come on. He wasn't always the married man, but he's about to share with us wisdom. Okay. All you need is one
No.
good nugget to change your life forever. And so, Pastor Allen, looking back at your life, what would you say to your 16-year-old self? Talk to our audience.
Man, my 16-year-old self, I was so confused. I didn't know what direction I was really going in. Well, I would say to my 16-year-old self, no matter which challenges or which direction you head in life, you will face challenges. No matter which direction you head in life, you will face challenges. Find a mentor, someone who knows more than you and is willing to give you sound advice so you can have a successful future.
Yeah.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
Stay away from mind altering substances.
Wow.
Set goals for your life
Yeah.
and save your money for rainy
Boy.
days.
Save,
That's what I
save,
will tell my 16-year-old
save
self.
your money for rainy days. Hey, one of
For
our
rainy
viewers said
days.
when you shared those 5 points, one of our viewers said, hey man, that was like 10 points, man. That was so loaded. You had all kind of good stuff. You had all kind of good stuff in that. But that's sound advice to those of you that are watching. And there are some adults who need to grab a hold of those right now because there are a lot of adults who have not taken control of that. Let's bring this in, Pastor. Faith without works. A lot of people are believing for more. A lot of people aren't putting in the work for more. What's your view on that?
Failed works, like you said, is dead. And we must understand that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So if you're going to do something, just do it. One of my coaches, Coach Ricardo, Paul Martinelli, who is the president of the John Maxwell program, he said, jump and grow wings on the way down. So sometimes we just have to take that leap of faith
Yeah.
and do what it is that we have to do. And a lot of times in my life, that's what I do. I take a leap of faith. I
Yeah.
just jump and grow wings on the way down.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. If someone's watching us right now, they've talked it for a while, and you mentioned it. Just take the jump. Let's take the jump. But they've been overly conditioned to just believe without works. The struggle is execution. The belief is
Yeah.
high in that of, it's the person, Pastor Allen. This is going to be my year. This is the person who says I'm going to one day own a business. It's the person who says, but jumping is one of. There are some people who need to take the jump, as you mentioned. But what about the person who has become overly obsessed with just the thought of greatness, but not understanding the work ethics and small baby steps also necessary for greatness? What is your view on, just engaging yourself in doing, to not just always just sitting on the seat of believing and wishing and hoping and praying one day that a great life is going to come to you? I mean, I watch you, man. You've been doing the workout in the backyard and stuff on the beach. You listen, that's, you're believing for divine health, but you're also putting in the work to take care of your body. Talk to our viewing audience.
You have to be determined, man. You have to be intentional about living. Whatever it is you want to achieve in life, you have to be intentional. If you know you want to have good, you can't sit around and continue to eat all of the fast foods. You got to
Yeah.
start eating some healthy food. You have to drink a lot of water. You have to go out there, like you said, and put in the exercise. And that's what faith without works is that if you have this big vision, you have to now work towards it, and you have to take baby steps.
Yeah.
If you want, like right now, like I told you, I closed out my business in 2015. That was a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
Okay, but ever since that happened, I have been pursuing other things to accomplish or to achieve, and to establish. And since then, now I started to put aside something for rainy day. I started to put
Yeah.
aside something for rainy day,
Yeah.
and soon I will reopen a business. It won't be the same thing, but I'm getting engaged in something new, something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I couldn't get to this place if I was just sitting around and weeping, hoping, and complaining about what I did in the past. So I had to motivate myself to continue going. In order for us to access uh, great wealth or to achieve anything in life, we have to be determined to do it, and we must be intentional about living. We have to
Mm.
be intentional. So if you want to establish a business, have good health, get up one morning and just start doing some push-ups. Get up one morning and go for a jog. Whatever it is you do, coach, here's one of the things for me. I work downtown Nassau. That's about 5 to 6 miles away from where I live.
Okay.
But every day I would just start walking, and I am intentional about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
my wife will call me and she'll say, you want me to come and pick you up? I say, no, honey, I'm gonna walk today. So you have to
Yeah.
be intentional about it. You
Yeah.
may have a car, and you might need to go right up the street, wherever it is, and that's not far from you. Take a 5 mile walk, take a six
Yep.
mile walk,
Yep. Yep. That is so good, man. That is so good. I love that. I've been teaching for some who even drive. There are people who waste minutes trying to find a closed parking space. I said, man, you go to the mall, park far out. You know what I'm saying? Park far out.
Yeah.
Don't use the escalator or the elevator. Use the stairs. Why? Because you've been talking for a while that you're going to take care of your body. Now you
Yes.
got to put in the work for your body. But in
Work.
addition, Pastor, the bigger the dream, the bigger the hustle. And there are a lot of people who say, I see a lot in
Yes.
my future. If you see a lot in your future, I want to see a lot in your work today. I want to see your work ethic
Yes.
match your
Yes.
potential future.
Yes.
If you have a great future in front of you, your work ethics today needs to be amazing. Do you agree?
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree with you, coach.
Listen, let me ask you this. What has been your most important life lesson so far? You shared a lot of things, but if you want to zone in as we bring our talk to a close soon, what has been your greatest life lesson? Like, boy, let me tell you something. This right here, I can write a couple books on. What would that be?
Look at the aspect of where you have come from. I always look at where I came from, and I look at, persons around me. I look at my community, look at that are going on in my nation, and see how I can help to add value to that group of people. Look at the dynamics, seeking God on decisions. That is one of the biggest things that I believe in. That's one of the most important life lessons that I have learned. Whatever I do, I seek God first before I make those decisions. Having a consistent prayer life, that is very important. Having a consistent prayer life.
What does effective? Go ahead.
Being open to constructive criticisms, recognizing how important it is to build relationships, and understanding that leading people is totally different from managing things.
Wow. Yeah.
So they are some of the most life lessons that I've learned.
Man, listen, that being open to constructive criticism. Oh, listen, back home, obviously you home. Boy, he ain't gonna talk to me that kind of way. The person ain't talking to you no kind of way. They just simply telling you what needs to be said, and now you're looking at it as some kind of way. Not being open to constructive criticism. That right there cost me right there, Pastor Allen. That cost me for a long time. Now I don't take offense almost for nothing. I look at I eat the watermelon and I spit out the seed. I don't care how you come at me. I'm gonna eat the fish and spit out the bone. I'm gonna get the lesson out of this, man. I'm gonna get the lesson. Hey, we're getting ready to finish up. What does effective living look like?
Yes. Putting priorities in my life first. That's God, my family, and others. Each day working on personal growth and lifelong learning. Positioning myself to live a financially free life and adding value to others. To me, that is what effective living is all about.
Yep, that is so good. That's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined with Pastor Leonardo Allen. He's doing a phenomenal work in the Bahamas. Before we go on air, Pastor Allen, before we go, you were talking about a young lady having some health challenges, and you guys are trying to help with that initiative. Tell our viewing audience a little bit about it, and is there any way someone back home in the Bahamas may want to support, or somebody internationally may want to connect with you and help out with this situation? Tell us a little bit about it quickly, please.
Okay, young lady, she's very gifted. She just a song that is called "Love Wins," and she has been diagnosed with leukemia, and we are now engaging Aaron to have a cookout for her to help with her medical funds, because we're right now trying to help her to get to the United States for further treatment and assessment. In order to get through to me, if persons here in the Bahamas want to help, May 1st, there will be a cookout on the grounds of the Southwest Cathedral Church of God on Carmichael and Shrimp Road. That's where we're going to be. Anybody wants to find out any more about it, they can contact 556-2398 and send information to that number, call, whatever it is you want to do, and you will get further information about everything that we're planning and we're doing in regards to helping Felicia Raming here in the Bahamas.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's this huge need. Felicia J. Raming needs your prayers, and she needs your support. 242 should be added in front of that number. Give us that number again with a 242.
Yes, 242.
International guest.
Yes, 242-556-2398. 242-556-2398. There's some numbers I have, but I just don't have it on hand right now. But
that's cool.
That quickest one, yeah.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please do reach out to Pastor Allen. If you're in the Bahamas, we just never know when life will throw us a blow like that of this young lady, Miss Raming. We will be praying for her, and it's important that those of us who can do what we can to ensure that, you know what, the person who needs help today, they get the help, because we just never know when we're going to need help. And so, once again, that telephone number is 242-556-2398. Call Pastor Leonardo Allen and mention, hey, listen, I heard about this young lady. I want to sponsor. I want to give a donation. I want to buy 25 tickets for the teachers at my school so that all of them can go ahead and enjoy a meal or something of that sort. But be a blessing, okay? You want more, then give more, okay? You want more, then give more. Be willing to give more. Pastor Allen, what's your closing thoughts?
Just want to add to that. This one is not going to be ticketed. We're going to do another one that is ticketed. This one is going to be each one tell one. So that's what it's going to be. Right. And if somebody wants to reach me, I am on Facebook, my personal Facebook page, Leonardo A. Allen Jr., or Hold It Together Marriage forum page, or my email. You can reach me on my email at Leonardo Allen 37@gmail.com. But I want to encourage persons to continue to have faith. You may be in a pandemic, and there's so much negativity that is going on right now. Stay positive, stay motivated, stay passionate about your dreams, your goals, your aspirations in life. And let me tell you something, this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. I appreciate that, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, go forward and do what you got to do to get closer to your dreams. There is so much more on the other side of discipline. All you got to do is tell yourself, the mere fact that you've been given a day, you're going to start to put some work towards your faith, and you're going to bring about something that is going to bring honor and glory to God. Please connect with my brother, Pastor Allen, and if you can assist that young lady, please do that today. Also, I'm challenging each and every one of you to remind yourself on a daily basis, guys. Here's the deal. There is no results without you evaluating and assessing yourself in the proper way to ensure that you don't keep repeating the same old mistakes, expecting a different result. Evaluate and assess where you are and tell yourself, you know what? The rest of my life is going to be the best of my life. I'm out. Pastor Allen, blessings to you, my friend.
Blessings to you, Coach.